Gentlemen, are you in the middle of a divorce litigation, which involves a custody effort by you? If that is the case for your situation, stay tuned, because that's what we're talking about in this video. It's one more of the steps in the series that we are providing on about custody for dads. Those of you who have been watching our series so far on Custody for Dads, you'll know that we have been following very closely the case of one of our members named George, and involved with trying to protect what's good for his son and daughter. In this case, we're going to talk about his daughter's performance in school, so that you fellows out there, if you're having the same situation, you can see how that can be a factor in supporting your case as your case goes to trial, and so that you can help the judge to make the best decision in the best interest of your child. We'll get into that right now, how George's daughter is doing very poorly in school while she's in the interim custody of the mother. But when that daughter comes to visit with her father during extended visitation periods of 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, her school performance improves drastically, going up. And it becomes very, very evident, and would be evident for an unbiased judge to see that if we're going to care about this child's success in her school term, we need to consider which of these parents is providing the best support for this daughter to achieve her grades. So the circumstances surrounding this young child's schoolwork while during the time that she's in the care and custody of the mother, here are some of the facts. I'll just read them off so that they don't miss anything for you. The teachers and the school officials indicate that her attendance in class sometimes drops to as low as 10% of the time that she shows up for class. Sometimes it reaches as high as 50%. The teaching staff indicate that she is not handing in her assignments, and she does not do her homework. The teaching staff also indicate that almost all of the interim tests that are normally a part of the school year and a school curriculum, she's failing all or most of them. And the primary teacher who's responsible and is looking after this young girl has indicated that the prognosis for this young child ever graduating, completing successfully this school year at the end of the year is very dismal at best. And then there was a report to the parents from the vice principal about a disciplinary problem where the child was disrupting the class, making significant noises in the class, and also because a lot or most of this is being done by remote learning, computer remote learning. She's able to disrupt the class just by the noise she makes from her own computer situation, and also in the chat bar down the side of the class. So those are certainly bad or negative indicators about the future for this child in at least this grade, and hopefully not in future grades. By contrast, I just want to outline for you what happens with the same young girl when she has been exercising her access periods, as I said, 7 days, 10 days, and I believe somewhere 14-day access periods with her father. Here's some of the turnaround. When she was with her father, her attendance in the school classes moved away from her 10% showing up, and she's up to around 80 to 90% attendance under the guidance and supervision of her father. Her assignments handed out by the teacher are handed in by her completed and on time. The homework that she's supposed to be doing during the day or after the school day is finished, they are also being completed when she's with her father and being handed in to the teacher. Her success on some of the tests, one of the tests that she failed a week or so back when she was with her mother, the teacher said, okay, to the father, I'd be willing to let her try to retry a test in that subject. If you want to spend some time with her, try to bring her up to speed. The father did learn, get some information about the curriculum and guided the child. The child was given a chance to rewrite the test and scored at the very highest end of the grading scale of 4-, which I believe in terms of percentages, which some schools are and parents are more used to, probably somewhere around 80, 85, or 90%. I'm not sure the exact conversion from the scale of 1, 2, 3, 4 over to 20, 30, 40%, but I believe 4- is somewhere around maybe 85%, maybe 90%. I'm not sure, but more likely 4 is 90%. But that's a drastic change when being with the mother and getting 0 on the test. Come over to be with the father and get 85 or 90% on the test. And then the father had the chance to make contact with the vice principal about the behavior, the discipline problem, to be able to assure the vice principal that the father would be correcting that problem by his child, and that the father would get back to the vice principal to confirm that those corrective steps had been taken, and also to request from the vice principal that he report to the father any future discipline problems, let the father know, and they would be dealt with by the father supporting the vice principal. Now, you think over those 2 scenarios I've just outlined for you, and you tell me what any normal, sane, reasonable person would determine. And I'm assuming thereby that the judge who's going to hear the case is a normal, sane, reasonable person. Which of those scenarios, when the judge is reviewing the information from the school, which of those is in the best interest of the child? And those of you who have been with us for some time, you know why I focus on that, because that's the law, those are the legal terms that the judge is obligated to use in coming to his conclusion as to which parent this child should be with. So as we have pointed out to all of you in our past videos, nothing that we have outlined so far is to be viewed as legal advice. It is not that for you. This is information based on the previous case histories of a multitude of our fathers who come through our organization. Write down the notes as we told you, rewind the video, and then start noting what we've gone through here. Write it down, take it to your lawyer, and obtain legal advice from your lawyer as to whether any of this information can be helpful in your case. And what we'd like to bring to your attention again is, we have said several times, if you and we don't work together to help your child in the very same way that George is working with us to help his daughter can't do anything for herself. It's up to you and us to put together a plan of action for the good of your child and to assist with your custody case. So our suggestion to you in order to help with your child, your children, and your case. Let's get started right now. Thank you so much for watching.